Where and it says it's live streamed. I just want to wait to make sure. As a matter of fact, let me jump on my phone, watch it from there, and we'll do that. We'll get started. Okay. So I don't want to have an echo. I want to make sure that I X out of it on the PC, and then we'll get started. Fair enough. All right, let me go here. Just make sure, right? Okay. Where and it says it's live stream. All right, good. We're live on YouTube. I want to say welcome to the folks that are watching live on YouTube. Welcome to the folks that are live on Zoom. And hello to the folks that are watching the recording. Actually, why don't I record it so the people that see the recording actually get the recording? All right. Well, you know what? I'll just live stream it to YouTube, so we'll always have it. We don't even have to record it. So I want to welcome you all on tonight's webinar. Again, if you're watching the recording, welcome. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. I appreciate your time. I want to share with you this passive income system that is, as a matter of fact, I want to laugh too that this is my first presentation, so bear with me. Okay, we'll be short, probably about 2 hours tonight. No, I'd like to get finished in like 30 minutes if I would. But to put it into context, so tonight I want to speak to you about this AI crypto trading software. It's not a bot, it's a software. And to put it into context, I just want to give you some quick background on myself and how I got started in this space, just so you can relate, right? This isn't about me. This is obviously about you. And really, the first thing I want to say too is you can get started with this program for as low as $100. I mean, I'll say this: the things I like most about this program is the barrier of entry is very low. Like for me, my friend called me about it. He just explained a little on the phone and says, "I'm in. Like I'm in. Let me try it out because I've been trying different crypto programs." And over the years, I've been pitched with different crypto programs, and I've always been apprehensive because of the stigmas that go with cryptocurrencies, the scams, and all this stuff. But because of what's going on in the world, the economies and things of that nature, and me being 55, I say it all the time. I'm not 95, but I'm not 25. So I figured let me start diversifying into cryptocurrency. Everything's going digital, everything's going crypto, governments, banks, corporations, this administration, everything's going in that way. I says, let me get in this space. Let me dip my toe in. And I started in May of 2025. And we had a great experience. It's been great. It's really been great. So there's ups and downs in anything, but it's been great because you can get started, especially with this program, for as little as $100. You don't have to know anything really about crypto. You just have to know what you want out of life, right? And we want to diversify because of, my kids are in the next room. A lot of people have aging parents, growing kids. There's baby boomers that are unsure, uncertain about retirement, Generation X too. I mean, it's no secret what's happened in the economy, and this isn't ever going to be gloom and doom. This is actually a potential solution. So I got started in 2025, and I've started to diversify, just like I did with my 401k, my mutual funds over the years. And that's really, I've always done traditional vehicles. So again, I wanted to diversify into crypto. I didn't even know what a crypto wallet was when I got started. So if that's you, like, yeah, if you anything I just said, if you could, agree with that, or you see what's happening in the world. So that's what I wanted to do. And this year I started really diversifying and looking at some different programs. And before I started sharing them with anyone, I wanted to make sure before I share anything with anyone. And so this program is something that's really got my attention in a big way. And so far, like everyone I've shared this with is like gotten started. So this is again my first Zoom. Bear with me. I'm gonna jump right into it. What did I want to share with you? Oh, you know what I'm gonna share with you first too is is this. So there's a full presentation you can watch because I'm not gonna go deep into it. Right? I'm not a crypto expert and I'm not going to pretend that I am, right? So you can watch a full presentation at any given time. And if someone's sharing this with you, make sure you get a full presentation if that's what you want, right? A full presentation. Now tonight's Thursday, tomorrow there's a Q&A. And that's one of the things that I listened to when I first got started. I went for walking because we consume content on our own time, and I was out walking, and I said, "Let me listen to the recorded Q&A." It was like 2 hours long. People, you can ask. It's every Friday. You can ask. It's open mic, open forum, open Zoom. You can ask anything you want, and That's what really gave me the belief too, because people asking questions that I said, I didn't even think to ask that. And everything has an answer to it here. So it's been great thus far. And let me get started with this, a few slides I want to share with you. And one thing that I do want to point out is this risk disclaimer. Okay, I've always found I've got to do my own diligence. Me personally, I listen to myself. I don't, some people will recommend certain things, but I go on my own intuition and I do my own diligence. And I I encourage people to do the same thing because if you read this, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the crypto market involves significant risks and may not be suitable for all individuals. If you are emotional, some people get very emotional. It might not be for them. The value of cryptocurrencies can be highly volatile and may fluctuate rapidly. So if someone's sharing this with you, it's not on them. You have to make your own decision. We're just sharing information. I'm not a financial advisor, financial planner. I'm a retired civil servant with a family, and I says, let me use this AI. I mean, because I'm not going to show it tonight, but there's this video that Gary Vaynerchuk, and it's all he speaks about. I mean, it's no secret that AI, blockchain, social media, like the world's completely changed, and it's accelerating. It's changing even quicker, and there's a lot of turmoil in the world right now. So people are saying, you know what? Let me try other avenues to create additional income. And this program has been really very, very awesome. So really awesome. So let me get into it. So it is Polar, it's called Polar Tensor, the company. This is Polar One AI, Binance. It's neural, excuse me, neural network algorithmic trading in action. It's real-time execution, AI-powered analysis, institutional grade. All right, I'm just going to go through a little of this, and again, I encourage you to watch a full overview on this. These are the historical returns. Now, let me just say this. I'm gonna go back and say a couple things to you. This is AI trading, right? You don't have to be a trader. The software does it for me. Like I want the software to do it for me, right? That's all it does. It just trades for you. That's it. And I'm going to show you the historical returns. There are different things you can do in the crypto space, and these are some of the things I learned when I got started last year. Is there's crypto mining, there's crypto nodes, there's crypto trading, like this AI trading. The like crypto nodes and crypto mining is something where there's usually a token or a coin that has some value, and then there's a story or an event or some reason why that token will increase in value. What I like about this is we're not futuring anything. I'm not saying, hey, get this token now and one day it's going to be this price. I'm showing historical, like what's happened up until this point, right? So that's something I feel comfortable sharing with people. If you decide to even share it, I'm decided to share it. I was using this for a couple of weeks before I even spoke to anyone about this. But this is a 22-month historical returns chart. Okay, and it shows over the last 22 months, this software has had an average return of 5.35% per week. So there are different ways you can get started. I'm just going to draw a few circles here to point a few things out. There's different tiers, like the starter tier here. Again, you can get started for as little as $100. So, I mean, most people I just speak to said, sure, I'll try it for $100. I'll check it out. And we encourage people, dip your toe in. Try it for $100. Get back to whoever shared this with you. They'll help you get started. And don't tell anyone about it. Just watch what happens. Check out the software. If you need any information, you can watch a Zoom or recorded Zoom, and that's what I did, right? And then there's the basic. You can get started for $500. I have a buddy of mine just got started the other night, and or 2 nights ago, or was it last night? Anyway, he started with $500. Some people will want to start with 2,000. You just do you. I'm just sharing information right now. There's the professional, and these are what's called the performance tiers. So there's no packages or anything. You can just get started, and it's called a tier. That's where you start. Then there's a one-time license fee to use the software. And that is 10% across the board. So if you start with 100, it's 10% would be $10. Now, I'm just going to say this. If you do decide to start at $100, a lot of people, I was told to do this, and this is what I did. I started with $112. And the reason I did that, or I was told to do that, I now understand that because you want to start in the starter tier at least. I mean, you could actually start, I think, for $50, but you won't be in the starter tier. There's a reason you want to be there. You want to be in one of the tiers. So if you subtract 10% here, that would be minus $11.20, right? That would be you start, and you would start with $100.80. This way you're into the starter tier. So it says you get started for 100 and you can, but because of the license fee, you want to start at 112. Hopefully that makes sense to folks. So there's a 10% across the board. It's not too confusing. It's obvious. It's actually very obvious, right? That's the number when you get started, and that's a one-time. It's a license fee. It's a software fee. So really, all we're doing is using software. Now, the performance fee is based on the trading tier. What that means is the performance fee, right? Here's the performance fee is like 50% at starter. So if you're in the starter tier, the performance fee is 50%. So in other words, if the company does 5% that week, it splits it with you 50-50. You'd get 2.5%, and the company would get 2.5%. At the basic, it's a 40% fee where we would keep 60%, the company gets 40%, and then 35. So as it goes on, we get a larger share in the performance of the software. So as an example, I'll do this. I'll show you this. Oh, let me go back. As an example, as the tier increases, and if this is confusing, I don't know if it is, but you can just watch it again or just at least get started. 'Cause to be honest with you, I didn't really know about the performance fee. I just wanted to get started at $100, to be honest with you. But you can see here as the fee decreases, see it decreases as you go through tiers, the returns increase, right? Because we're getting a larger portion of the share. I want to let people know that because there are people that say, hey, I don't want to start for 100. I want to start with $8,000. And the reason they may want to do that is because you're getting a larger amount, right? Or you're getting a larger amount at the 2,000. So we just want to make sure people do know that. And when I say $100 to get started with, I'm not looking to downplay this situation because this can be if this keeps doing what it's been doing, right, and past performance does not guarantee future results. That's like saying, wow, it was sunny out the last 2 days. I guess every Wednesday and Thursday it's going to be sunny. It doesn't. We can't predict the weather, and we can't predict anything, right? So we want to make sure we understand that. This is the 22-month average, and like anything else, I mean, my goal, whether it's my bank account, my 401k, or anything, is to grow your balance. That's always been the the goal, right? So that's really the long and short of it. I mean, this is a very simple program. I do want to share with you some. This system is like really cool. I like is you can get a replicated website here. And by the way, if anyone has any questions, or if anyone wants to that is using the software, if you want to jump on and share something, you feel free. Just let me know and in the comments, or you can raise your hand, right? But this is one of the websites you get. You have your username here, and you get this website. I don't necessarily use this the first when I share this with people. I may use like a video like I'm doing right now, or maybe a quick conversation because I just started, so I'm really speaking to friends that, or I'll send out like to an email list. I didn't even do that yet, but I'm going to do that, and I could show you how to do that if you want to. But most people, like myself, I didn't want to tell anyone about this until I wanted to see it work. Does that make sense? Like even though I saw my friend's account and everything else, and I see this, I still wanted to watch it for myself, right? So, but they have like a website like this, and it has the rewards plan. You can click to get started. As a matter of fact, you can get started for free and create an account. So you can create an account before you even fund the account. Then ultimately there's an app you can get in the App Store, right, for Android and iPhone, like I have an iPhone. Then you can get, once you have a username, you can get a site yourself. You get the same site. You also get these two sites, which are very cool. Now, one of the things, and you can use this if you're into like marketing and stuff, you can use this as a free giveaway, right? I mean, for folks too. But maybe you want to do this. Maybe you want to take the automated crypto, like to see is it right for you? Take the free quiz, right? You can see this is linked back to you. You get this link. But if you take the free quiz, let's just say I'm a complete beginner, I've heard of Bitcoin, you click here, next question, and you just kind of go through the questions, see what's suitable for you, and it'll give you, uh, you know, a survey. This is the survey, how much you want to start with, and then it gives you your summary. That's the word I was looking for. I'm sorry, summary. But what's great is every time if someone goes to this site of yours, they click, they watch the videos, and it brings them right back to the site. You also get a, compound calculator, which is really cool. I mean, this is a toy. Be careful playing with this because, to be honest with you, you might get kind of excited about this. Let me use an example. And again, I can't say this enough. Past results do not dictate future results. They just don't. Let's use the advanced though an example, right? $2,000 here. Let's just say you either grow it to the that's here. In other words, let me say this too. I didn't say this before. Even if you got started at 100, you can add more if you want, or as it grows, it can work its way to the next tier, and then it way to the next tier. But as an example, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's use $500 as an example, and the average is 3.21%. Let's just say it does what it has done and continues to do that. I'm not saying it's going to. We don't know. We don't know what's going to. I wish we had a crystal ball. We don't, right? So 3.21% at $500. Let's take a peek at what that looks like. We'll go to the compound calculator, and if your friend has this, ask them to check it out, to send it to you. And so we'll do 3 years, $500, 500 at it was 3.21. Let's just do 3.25 because that's the closest to it, and click calculate returns. And that's $73,000. I mean, that's significant. I mean, I know I'm not getting that in a bank account. I didn't get these kind of returns in my 401k. And by the way, my 401k and all that stuff, none of that was guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. So, so this is just an example. But I like this because you can go down and see like what it'll pay you weekly, compound, and you can take this out every week if you want, weekly, right? And there's actually, when it goes to your balance, there's no fee. I'm sorry, there's a $2 flat fee in taking out money, whether you take out $18 or $18,000, $2 it'll cost. But you can see how it grows. One question you may have is, well, how long until it doubles where you can get your money back, right? You get your ROI. Here it says 22 weeks. So what's that divided by four? That's 5.5 months. So, but here's another thing too, because compounding is like Einstein calls it the eighth wonder of the world. See, it's $73,000. Let's just say you put an extra, I don't know, $25 a week in there, $100 a month. Instead of a piggy bank, right? You put it in here. Instead of 73,000, let's calculate it becomes 185,000. That's significant, right? It all of a sudden jumps up. And let's just say you like the program, you're really into it, and you say, you know what, I want to I want to leverage this. I want to get on Zooms and I want to tell some people about it, and because there's other friends that might be interested in something like that. Whatever your involvement is. But hypothetically, because it's the rewards program, let's just say you make $200 a week with the investment with the referrals plan, okay, and you take, instead of pocketing it, you take it and reinvest it. Instead of 185,000, it'll go to, I mean, you could see that number there, 970,000. So again, I'm not saying if you do this, you can make 970,000, but I am saying check out the compound calculator, see how this works. Again, to recap, this is Polar Tensor. Get back to the person that invited you to see this. Look, I've been looking at so many different, I get pitched things all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. People are always reaching out to me with different things. So I once I started to look into space, in the crypto space, I like it because you can start it for $100 and there's no monthly, right? And I like that, like if I refer someone and they just did it for $100, I'm gonna literally make money every single week, not from them. No, make sure you watch a compensation plan, a rewards overview on this. But there's no new money. No one's getting paid on anyone's new money. No one. If you have been in this industry And there's certain things, if you've ever seen rug pulls or things get shut down or these different models, right? And that's not exclusive to crypto. That happens in a lot of different businesses. But in the crypto space, people are apprehensive, and I get that. And I have always been, and I still am. But that's why I recommend looking at a full presentation because this is unique in a lot of ways. And I'm not going to get into it here because again, I just started this a couple weeks ago and there's full presentations that you can watch. If you're watching this on YouTube or someone's sharing this with you, click a link below, drop your best email, watch a full video series. The email will send you a compound calculator. It'll send over the survey. Everything I just showed you, you can take a look at it for yourself. And what I like about that, and our team has this system that we're using too with funnels and lead generation. What we like about that is what I like about it, what everyone likes, is that you can look at something without having a conversation with anyone. I like to do my research before I even have a conversation with people. So I like it from a perspective view. If I'm looking at something, I like to, you know, window shop or do, like I said, do my research. So I like putting my email in, looking at a video series, checking things out, watching some replays before I decide, make a decision. You can always unsubscribe to the email, right? So if you don't want the email, just say click I unsubscribe. I like getting an email because again, there's no conversation and there's not an uncomfortable situation. I also like it from this end because I don't want to reach out to people all the time. I mean, I have friends of mine that I'll reach out to and I'll text or whatever else, but I like generating leads that way. So if you are part of our team, then we're going to teach you that as well. A little extra that you get, even if you have another business that you do, it'll be very helpful. I will say this last thing. The business that I was participating in 2025 was just like the demand for this type of product is through the roof. And why? Because of what's going on in the world, or the situations with the economy, the gloom and doom of the world. People want to diversify into crypto. So the demand is high. With this program, the value is very high thus far. We've seen it. If you look at the websites, everything is like pristine. This is a really good system. The customer service, like everything is really on point. So if you're looking for a business, let's just say, all right, you need demand, you need value, and you need retention. This type of model, the retentions, how can it not be 100%? Like who's going to put their $100 in or whatever else and just take it everything out? You can, but we're looking to grow accounts. So that's the thing that I look for in a business if I'm going to participate because we want passive income. The title to tonight's event is how to create passive income in the AI space. AI, blockchain, social, right? That's the world we live in. Does anyone have any questions? Feel free to drop a question if you have. Again, this is my first go, so bear with me. And again, if you need anything, get back to the person who shared this with you. I'll be doing a lot more Zooms, and if you are around tomorrow at 1 p.m., you may watch this and it's already passed, but um, every Friday at 1 o'clock, there's a 2 hour Q&A that you can not don't ask me the questions, but you can ask people that have all the answers. So again, I want to say thank you for tuning in. It's 9:25. I wanted to be finished even quicker. This isn't really that difficult a thing to think about. I mean, that's what I like about it. I said to my friend, all right, let me sign up to see how the process was. And it was really smooth. And there's things that are coming to make it even smoother over the next couple weeks from what I understand. So I want to say thank you for tuning in. Get back to the person who shared this with you, and I will see you at the top. Let's go do it.